Joong Ki, if I had held Song Hye Kyo back that day, maybe Lee Min-ho wouldn't be there now. A single sentence. Quiet, but beneath it, regret, heartbreak, and a love that never truly ended. What really happened between this iconic trio of Korean drama royalty? Let Red Carpet Revealed take you behind the scenes of a story fans never saw coming. If I had held Song Hye Kyo back that day, maybe Lee Min-ho wouldn't be there now. It was just one sentence, spoken softly in an exclusive interview, but it echoed like thunder across social media, news outlets, and fan sites around the world. Song Ki, once the embodiment of Korea's fairy tale romance, had finally broken his silence. For years, fans speculated about the mysterious end of one of Hallyu's most iconic couples. And now, we had an answer, or at least, a glimpse of the pain that lay beneath the polished surfaces. Their love story began on the set of the 2016 mega-hit Descendants of the Sunday. Song Ki and Song Hye Kyo, already household names, transformed into a phenomenon together. As Captain Yoo Si-jin and Dr. Kang Mo-yeon, their on-screen chemistry was electric, natural, and unforgettable. But what truly captivated audiences was the rumor, soon confirmed, that the chemistry wasn't just acting. They were in love. They announced their relationship in 2017 and married in a private ceremony that October. Korea watched with adoration and hope. The Song couple became a symbol of real love, of destiny fulfilled, and of a fairy tale made real. But fairy tales are fragile. Between film schedules, global endorsements, relentless paparazzi, and the pressure of public scrutiny, small cracks began to form. Close friends noticed their energy shift. Less laughter, fewer shared public appearances, more silence. But neither Song Ki nor Song Hye Kyo gave the press anything to feed on. It wasn't until 2019 that the truth emerged. They were divorcing. No scandal, no accusations, just a press release and a wave of stunned disbelief. In the interview, Song Ki recounted a single day. The day he could have changed everything. I saw it in her eyes, he said. She was done. Tired, not angry, just finished. I still loved her, but I couldn't say anything. I let her go. He paused, then added, that's what I regret most. Not what happened. What I didn't do. That moment, quiet, heavy, unspoken, was when everything ended. Not in a fight, not in betrayal, but in silence. For years, Song Ki remained publicly silent. He focused on his work, Arthdal Chronicles, Vincenzo, Reborn Rich. Critics praised his performances, noting a depth and emotional gravitas that hadn't been there before. Was it heartbreak that shaped that performance? Many think so. Fans could see it in his eyes, the way he looked at a co-star, the pause in his voice, the weight in his posture. Something had changed. But he never spoke about Hye Kyo. Until now. Part 2. Now she stands beside Lee Min-ho, 4,000 words. Song Hye Kyo, too, channeled her energy into her art. And now, we are breaking up and the globally acclaimed The Glory. She redefined her image as a serious, layered actress. No longer just the nation's sweetheart, she became a symbol of strength, survival, and reinvention. Then came Lee Min-ho. What started as professional appearances, brand endorsements, fashion weeks, charity events, soon turned into something else. Photos of the two sharing private laughs, traveling together, and quietly supporting each other's projects began circulating. Neither confirmed a relationship. The world saw what was happening. Lee Min-ho, known for his charismatic roles and reserved nature, had reportedly been close friends with Hye Kyo for years. But this was different. He listens, an insider revealed. Doesn't try to fix her. He just stays. He was the opposite of Joong Ki's passionate fire, calm, stable, patient. That's what Hye Kyo needed now, a harbor, not a storm. The day Song Ki said those words, internet exploded. Fans of the Song couple grieved anew. Some hoped his confession would lead to reconciliation. Others criticized the timing. Was he trying to disrupt Hye Kyo's new happiness? But those who listened closely heard something else. Closure, not manipulation. Not longing. Just a man reckoning with a past he never truly healed from. Articles flooded in. Hashtags trended. Comment sections lit up. But behind the speculation, There was something deeply human. Love lost isn't always loud, sometimes it's just quiet acceptance and what ifs whispered into the night. Joong Ki has moved on, at least publicly. He's a father now, married again. Yet, one sentence pulled us all back into a story we thought had ended. As for Song Hye Kyo and Lee Min-ho, they remained silent. Maybe happily so, but one truth remains: love doesn't always die. Sometimes, it simply lives quietly in a corner of the heart, waiting for a moment that never comes. Song Hye Kyo, too, found a new rhythm after the storm. While the world speculated about her emotions, she chose to channel them into her art. And now, we are breaking up and the globally praise the glory. She emerged as a woman transformed, not just a star, but a storyteller with depth, pain, and remarkable strength. Her characters no longer chased love, they fought through trauma, stood tall, and refused to be silenced. And then came the unexpected. Lee Min-ho started as polite exchanges on red carpets became subtle smiles in behind-the-scenes photos. Then came shared brand deals, quiet dinner sightings. The unmistakable comfort of familiarity. There was no press release, no Instagram announcement. Just the undeniable truth of two people choosing to stand beside each other. For fans, it was surprising but not unwelcome. Lee Min-ho, with his grounded aura and introspective charm, had always been a beloved figure, known for his iconic roles in Boys Over Flowers, The Heirs, and The King, Eternal Monarch. He had crafted a public image of elegance, mystery, and understated romance. But in private, insiders described a very different man: thoughtful, reserved, deeply empathetic. He doesn't rush her. And of Hye Kyo shared anonymously. He's just there. Quietly. Always. That quiet companionship contrasted sharply with the passionate whirlwind that once was Song. Joong Ki and Hye Kyo burned brightly, too brightly, perhaps. But with Lee Min-ho, there was calm. There was room to breathe. Still, the ghost of the past lingered. The moment Song Joong Ki's words hit headlines, old emotions surfaced, not just for the stars, but for the millions who had rooted for them. Social media lit up with hashtags, #if he held her back, #song forever, #let her go to grow. People debated, mourned, remembered. Was his confession an attempt to win her back? Or just the final echo of a love long buried? In the same interview, Song Joong Ki clarified, "It's not about wanting her again, it's about acknowledging what I lost because I hesitated." That honesty, raw, vulnerable, free of bitterness, resonated deeply. We rarely hear men speak of regret without anger, but here was Joong Ki, baring his soul not to reclaim love, but to finally release it. "I thought being silent was noble," he admitted. "But sometimes, silence is just fear pretending to be strength." As for Song Hye Kyo, she remained, as always, graciously silent. Her team gave no statements. She posted nothing. But days after the interview, she was seen with Lee Min-ho again, smiling, hand in hand, walking through a garden in Florence. The message was clear. She was at peace. And what of Lee Min-ho? Sources close to the actor say he was fully aware of the history between Joong Ki and Hye Kyo. But he never interfered, never questioned, never demanded. He's a man who understands that the heart carries many chapters, one insider noted. He's not afraid of the past. He respects it. Perhaps that's what makes their bond so strong. Not the absence of scars, but the gentle acceptance of them. Meanwhile, Joong Ki continues to embrace his new life. Now a father and a husband again, he appears more settled. But those who know him say the moment of confession was a turning point, a final exhale of emotions long restrained. He no longer seeks headlines, he doesn't chase applause. But in that single line, "If I had held her back that day," he reminded the world that even stars have regrets, even heroes lose battles, and even leading men sometimes let go too soon. In the end, this isn't a story of winning or losing. It's not a competition between lovers, or a tale of who ended up with whom. It's a meditation on timing, vulnerability, and the quiet bravery of letting love go when it no longer fits the life it once lit up. The Song chapter may be closed. Its echo lives on, in a single sentence, in a missed moment, in the pause between what we feel and what we say. And maybe, just maybe, that's where the real story always